I was as quick as the wind, and I was able to do it.
Quick as a light fart.
Zero, by the way, I was distracted in Chrome. So.
Welcome to the 7th episode of Nisemonogatari. Don't worry about what they were saying during the intro. It has absolutely nothing to do with what we're about to watch now. By the way, Serbi had a funny prediction last episode, where she thinks that Karen is gonna be standing right behind Araragi, and Araragi's dumb. Is that correct? Yeah. Alright, Kiwi, what's your prediction for the end of this arc?
But if Araragi is dumb, then that means that Oshino is also dumb if we go by Serbi's theory. And
Great
Oshino
job,
is meme.
Kiwi. Now it is time to watch this episode. You know drill. You open your own tab. You sync copy up with this timer. Yes, that will appear within Kiwi's hand.
Yes.
I watch episode, and you also watch episode. In 5, 4, 3.
Oh shit! I guess Capario on.
What? We are professionals. Oh no, Serbi, your theory was wrong.
Who's just around the corner?
What will we ever do? Those are some real ass apples.
Ass apples?
I mean, they're bunnies. So bunnies, I guess bunnies do have ass. Kinda.
Only when Kanako drops them.
Okay, sure. I agree.
Those boys have cake.
I looked away for a second because my mom came into the room and heard those boys have cake. What?
Don't worry about it, Kiwi. We were just talking about thick ass boys.
Yeah, that's why I'm curious. You know what the type. Look, you guys know what the type of boys I like, and then you say thick ass boys, and I heard that, and my ears instantly perked up.
Yeah, Kinako's bunny boys.
By the way, guys, if you don't know what kind of boys Kiwi likes boys with boobs and ass. So basically, she's actually gay, but she also wants to be straight, which is why she likes those kind of boys.
If I don't have anything on myself to grab onto, I can have someone else that I can grab onto. I don't see the failure in my logic.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the self-burn.
You need them to have butt and boob so you can grab their butt and boob?
Yeah, consensual sexual harassment between two partners.
Monogatari, by the way, is the thing that we're watching. If you guys forgot.
I don't want to touch Karen's boobs.
I
think Araragi might.
What?
Don't worry about it. I didn't say anything. Best condition.
Araragi's boobs.
That wasn't a bee, that was a wasp. Why did they show us a wasp? That actually shocked me.
Are bees?
They're not. Bees are bees, and then you have wasps. Bees are adorable thingies, and then you have wasps. Monsters.
I have a feeling that if Araragi wasn't a vampire, he'd be long dead.
But he did survive until high school alone without actually being a vampire, so...
This isn't something normal people do.
Wow, I'm glad you finally figured that out. No, Karen's just a bit stronger than the average teenage girl. Doing nothing is pretty hard.
And yet sometimes I do it all day without meaning to. No. You know what's in on the conversation from earlier.
I had the same thought. When she said that. I was like, no.
Like, I wouldn't mind if it was adult Shinobu, but there's nothing there for me, so.
He's got less boobs than Araragi.
Technically, we've already stated this, but Shinobu has both the biggest and the smallest. Now I will kick you.
Oh, she fights like Sanji.
Oh my god. It's a One Piece reference. Of course.
Bold assumption.
You have no right to say that.
I think Shiro had it in simpler terms when he says, just because you're correct doesn't mean you're right.
Yeah. I just made a weird sound.
That's usual you, anyways. I love this line so much. You never go after evil people, you just go after villains.
In a previous Monogatari episode, we were talking about how fakes can be better than the original.
Yes. In fact, I would go as far as to say that within this particular arc, that's kind of the main theme.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Like, everything blends together for me. This is an awkward hug.
I mean, it's a fitting hug between Araragi and his little sister.
That's true.
Even though they're suggesting incest right now.
No.
Wearing a bra is a pain. What?
Yeah. Let's just say he might have wrote something on their face with permanent markers to keep them from leaving the house.
Oh, I see.
I don't know why it's called the Naughty Ferris wheel, don't ask me.
Depresso expresso. Why are you so complicated? Senjougahara.
She's got a tsundere, Kiwi.
I see. I mean, I thought tsunderes were annoying, not complicated.
Well, the thing with Senjougahara is she wants to be the tsundere, but she's actually the yandere, so it is complicated.
If you bring up Senjougahara as a yandere example, or as a good yandere example, would people be angry at you?
More than likely.
I know what to do on Twitter after this episode then.
I love the music, and I love this shot so much. So good. I definitely don't love Kaiki as a character.
Yeah, you definitely don't.
You want to touch his boobs.
I do.
What boobs? He has no boobs. Oh, I guess he has boobs on his head. Like that hair looks like boobs.
It looks like an onion at this angle.
Yeah, from this angle.
Jesus Christ. I'm so sorry, I'm very repentant. I never should have done this. I love the delivery of his lines too. It's just so dry.
He is the longest tie.
Oh, I just noticed. Yeah, he does.
It's just a representation of another part of his body.
Or he's overcompensating.
Oh yeah, he does have big PP energy. He's so fake that he even has a fake dick, I believe. Araragi is not Araragi. Kaiki is actually a girl. He's that fake.
I think Batman agrees.
Batman, do you agree? He said yes.
By the way, we're not talking about Batman. We're talking about Batman Serpy's dog.
Oh,
I mean, they're both here. I can ask him too. He also says yes.
I see.
Or are you secretly Batman's mother?
What? No, Batman is.
Hmm.
Batman is your mother?
Yes.
Why all of those shots of cross?
Oh,
I
I
don't
get it. That's
know.
why it's called Nisemonogatari.
It's definitely not. It has nothing to do with the plot at all. They definitely show crows just to show crows.
I meant, then that what?
Yes. What a fake.
Dochita.
What's up? Ah.
Damn.
Kaiki is awesome. I love him.
How did he hand that to her from over there?
I love his delivery. You know, I know. Nice.
Senjougahara is full chaotic neutral.
Honestly, that just describes Senjougahara so well.
I see. So if I want to be a chaotic neutral, I have to act like Senjougahara. I got you.
I would say so, yeah. That's a good starting point.
I have to be a fake tsundere and an actual yandere to be able to be a chaotic neutral. I see. Well, it's not like I like Monogatari or anything.
Oof.
Shadow Switch episode was fun.
Mm.
Whenever I hear someone say Usonna, I just think of Sarazanmai.
Yeah, Senjougahara was not in a good place back during the start of the show.
I have a feeling we're not going to see her beautiful long hair much longer.
Oh.
Look at it, so majestic.
I mean, I love short hair Senjougahara as well. Don't worry, guys. Even if they don't, I will.
Compliment me.
Oof. Ooh, Metal Alchemist.
Full iron tsundere.
Basically. Oh no, she can barely stand. Look at her knees shaking. You could tell that Aragi's the bottom in this relationship.
Oh no.
The incest isn't just between Aragi and the sisters. It's between the sisters themselves. Calm down, Light Yagami. And so ends the first arc of Nisei.
Mm-hmm. And we'll never see Kaiki again.
No, never. It's honestly really sad how such an amazing character was never utilized ever again within the show.
Unlike episode.
Oh no. Oh.
Clam shells and dead tree.
Kaiki's cartoon character is awesome. True. I love the way he delivers his lines. Brat phone.
Tsukihi Focus? Wait, Tsukihi Focus?
Nah, they wouldn't have both the sisters featured in the same season. That's crazy.
It's impossible, really.
I thought that Tsukihi's Focus would be only by Kaden, with Kaden. Oh my god. I love that. That's amazing.
Oof.
My mind is blown. I'm like that one YouTuber that's reacting to Attack on Titan.
That one YouTuber.
That one YouTuber. We all know exactly who Kiwi is referencing.
I figured out why it's called Nisemonogatari this episode.
Good job, Survey.
Too long.
It only took you 7 episodes. Amazing.
Look,
it's not like they spell it out for me or anything.
Look, I am kinda confused about all of the crows, so I googled what crows mean in Japanese culture, and they actually mean family. Wait, what do they mean again? Let me see. Gratitude and family love. Gratitude and family love. So I'm even more confused right now because I don't think that Kaiki is part of any family in the story, and I also don't think that Senjougahara has any gratitude towards Kaiki. So I'm confused.
She had feelings just because she had feelings for everyone who was seemingly trying to help her.
Well, that is something that we learned here, was that Senjougahara had, as she claims, positive feelings towards Kaiki during the time when she first met him, and he seemed like he was going to help her in her situation with the crab and her family and stuff like that. But then he conned her.
And then she found he was a fake, and then all the crows flew away.
To go in a little bit of order here, let's first talk about this scene between Karen, yes, it's Karen, and Aragi.
They're both Aragi.
Koyomi.
I actually forgot Aragi's first name. I was like, what's his first name?
I had to take a few seconds to think there as well. I just call him Araragi. But yeah, fine. Karen and Koyomi. So yeah, they're doing a lot of supernatural human things here. They're literally just playing Street Fighter, but very similar to Penguin Drum in a sense. This is kind of just a representation.
Yeah, it's an exaggerated for effect kind of scene.
Yeah, there's no way that Karen is strong enough to destroy highways.
It's basically how, like, it represents how important or like how hard it's hitting both of them to have this fight, basically. Like the whole highway is collapsing.
I see the highways collapsing during the scene at the end here, where they're talking it out as like their foundations coming down.
Yeah, that's how I saw it as well.
Yeah, she's listening to her brother reprimand her. And I love this line, "You never go after evil people, just villains," because I feel like that is a problem that Karen has been having. She creates villains to chase instead of actually determining whether people are really bad or not. That's just a surface level.
I kind of understand why she goes about it like that, because to her they may be villains, but to someone else they may not be. Wait, what? I just confused myself. Never mind, forget it.
Because this line ties into when we actually confront Kaiki. We've seen during that confrontation between Karen and Kaiki originally, with that extremely weird room of how like the lines around Kaiki would morph and stuff, and how the lines around Karen were more straightforward. At the beginning, it's just to showcase how Karen sees everything in pale and dark, and you guys know what I'm talking about. Just like Kiwi, who views characters as bad guy and good guy, when in reality people are much more complicated than that.
Yeah, I use bad guy and good guy not as a way to kind of like say, yeah, this guy is bad, more so as to like use a word that I can use multiple descriptions of.
I mean, sure, but the word that you're using is a very clear-cut word. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's the only word I know. If I say evil, then it's the same. It's way too clear-cut for it to be used that way.
I'll let you guys talk about this scene, I guess. I don't want to talk about it too much in case I spoil something. It's really hard not to spoil anything.
Evil and like defining an evil person is tough because it's subjective and it's contextual, right?
Yeah.
Because you can have someone doing something evil or horrible, but when you look at it from like differing perspectives, those actions kind of change in their morality. Well, not in their morality, but in their justification. Like it changes, because you could have someone doing something horrible, but if they're doing it for a good reason, then that idea of evil is kind of hazy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what.
Whereas a villain is a clear cut, like, this person is the bad guy, right? Kind of like it's dividing that that pale and dark line. And so it's kind of like, I feel like what he's saying is basically, you can't. She's not trying to understand or differentiate kind of the actual like morality and reasons and purpose behind people, and the people who are doing.
She's just going like after. She's just going after people who are doing bad things for like in the way that she sees it. Oh yeah,
well, in a way that she can divine in this like straight like forward persona that she's assigning them basically.
Yeah. That I understand that. That's why I say I just use the word to describe. I don't mean it in the sense that it's supposed to be taken as. I understand that.
Because yeah, we know that the sisters call themselves like the Fire Sisters, or have come to be known as the Fire Sisters, and they play this hero game as they go around solving problems around the neighborhood and stuff like that, because they're playing as heroes, but essentially they're still fakes. And Araki says that he never said that it was wrong to be a fake, but when things go bad, you can just rely on other people as well and not just put everything on themselves. And then we come to the confrontation with Kaiki. I love this scene so much. We've already pre-established Kaiki as being like, you know, this really bad, evil guy. Obviously, like the way that they introduced him in the first time, I think that was episode 3? Yeah, episode 3. When he left Kamburu's house, and, you know, it was just that red background with the dead trees and stuff like that. He says a line here, which I really like, is just, what was it? Don't involve me in your delusions. I'm merely just a middle-aged man, and that everybody overestimates him as being like this ultimate evil, but in reality, he's just a simple con man. And he also reveals here that the Wreath Fire Bee itself never existed. It's merely just a hallucination, which Karen believes so firmly that it exists that it actually affects her. So technically, even the spell or the oddity that was casted onto Karen never existed to begin with.
I mean, that it's basically just Kaiki being a really good ass liar. He made her believe into something that doesn't even exist. And so hardly that she even got sick from it.
Because fakes have the power to be more real than the real thing, as long as people believe in it. And that truth doesn't actually exist, it merely depends on what the majority of people believe in. Which is also tying into the Wreath Fire Bee becoming real because people believe that the stories that that particular writer wrote about it were actually true. Another cool thing that we see here is that during this scene, there's this like Power Ranger cartoon in the background here.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think this just shows, you know, the hero and villain aspect here, where Kaiki was viewed as the villain and he's been presented in such a like a Sunday cartoonish way, where like, yeah, he's just the big bad guy, and Araragi here is the hero swooping in. But we also get the subversion that, no, you overestimate me. I'm just a pathetic old man. Yeah, I'll just pull out. Dude, I don't want any of this. I'll stop scamming all the middle schoolers. I'll leave town tomorrow and I'll see you. Goodbye. Because violence is not the answer, says Kaiki. So I'll just leave. It's not worth my time.
Fight? Nah, man.
What's your opinion of Kaiki? Because you guys don't know too much about him, and I don't want to push any of my own opinions onto you guys.
I already said it. I love Kaiki. I find Kaiki funny.
But why? Why do you like him?
I like his giant tie.
That's enough to get into Servy's favorite character list.
He seems like just sarcastic and a lying. Like he's said here to be a really big fat liar. Like he's a scammer. But the fact that he acknowledges, oh hey, I'm a liar. I lie and I know what's going on around me, but I just choose not to bother about it, and that's why I'm cool. And then he just goes out, drops the mic, and goes out of the room. He doesn't care anymore. He just leaves when he feels like he should not be part of like anything anymore.
He's not my favorite liar, but he's a good liar, and I enjoy him a lot.
Like Kokichi.
Yes, because you can't pass Kokichi.
Well, I have not met this Kokichi yet, as we have not played Danganronpa.
Oh no.
Oh god. In my opinion, I do like Kaiki though.
Yeah,
but
I really like Kaiki as well. If only Kaiki was there instead of Hanekawa, I would enjoy it even more.
Yes, if Kaiki was the secondary romantic lead, then I would like this way more.
Yeah, me too.
Actually, not gonna lie, I think a lot of Monogatari fans might actually agree with you.
Wait, is there a romance between Araragi and Kaiki? Oh my gosh. Will there be a kiss between them? Will Araragi help out Kaiki and then they will kiss?
Stop trying to turn Monogatari into one of your BLs. It's not gonna work.
That's her MO. She turns everything into a BL.
I do it with great precision as well.
Precision.
I make it make sense. I make it make sense, you know?
Senjougahara here and Araragi, presumably, after this have their first time. But of course, Aragi doesn't really talk about it when he's telling us his story because it's private. But he will tell us about his naked little sisters.
You don't want to see that.
Sleeping together. Yes. Or maybe not yes. No, I didn't say that in any sort of weird way, officer. I didn't mean it that way.
Yeah, that's my theory, that Kaiki is actually a young teenage girl that's acting as a man because she doesn't want anyone to know how pretty she is.
Alright. And so comes... I'll just move on. So comes the end of Karen's arc. I think, actually, there's one more thing that I want to ask, though.
I like
is what are your thoughts on Kaiki, like, telling Senjougahara about the man that attempted to rape her back then, during her backstory?
I think it kind of goes back to that whole idea of, like, creating the villain in that kind of, like, clear-cut scenario. Like, when you have the villain, you defeat the villain, and that's justice, right? But if the villain just dies of natural causes or in an unrelated car accident, right? Then there's no conclusion, there's no finale, but that's reality, right? It's removing from that kind of fiction that they've created in their head, that kind of like narrative that they're driving on that just doesn't exist. So it doesn't really matter if he did or didn't die. The point still kind of stands, right?
On the other side, maybe Kaiki was just trying to put off the weight from her by telling her, yeah, the guy that has tried to rape you and hurt you, yeah, he's actually dead, so you don't have to worry about it anymore. Like, it will not happen with the same guy again. Maybe. That's like portraying him in a good light. Like, this is what I mean. I'm sorry.
So, you're just saying that you don't know if he's good or bad. Is essentially what you're saying.
Basically. I mean, he can be both. I would like him anyways. It's
interesting that Kaiki is a liar, but since he also places truth within his lies, we don't really know what's a lie and what's not a lie. Or, well, Kaiki says that there is no truth, so honestly, it really depends on us whether we want to believe what he says or not.
Yeah, I mean, like, lying to someone who was almost raped that they're a rapist actually died is kind of messed up, I'm not gonna lie.
I feel like if Senjougahara is chaotic neutral, Kaiki is true neutral.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
He's just Kaiki out for himself, and the alignments of those around him doesn't really matter.
Wait, is Ararage then? Ararage is then chaotic good?
No. Yeah. No, Ararage's lawful good. That's why whenever he's presented with, oh no, someone's in danger, he goes, I must help.
Well, I can tell you that Kaiki is beloved by every single Monogatari fan.
I can see it. I can see why, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for a really dark and sad backstory of how Kaiki became like how he became.
No, I want it super anticlimactic because that would fit his character more.
Yeah, Kaiki's backstory is the one that's the most normal one out of everything.
Because, you know, I just kind of felt like it.
Let's just... You know what? I'm just gonna con some middle schoolers. Hey, it's made some money. I'll just keep doing this then.
This seems fun. It's fun to trick middle schoolers into giving me their money.
Okay, but like, assuming during that scene that Kaiki was lying, then yes, that means that he was trying to manipulate Senjougahara's feelings in a last-ditch attempt. Or, if he wasn't lying, that also means that he technically cares about Senjougahara enough to remember her and follow the rapist and learn about his fate.
Basically, Kaiki's a true tsundere.
We don't really know which one is true, though, because Kaiki just doesn't really give any signs of which one, and that's kind of why everybody loves his character.
No, we need a Kaiki Monogatari.
Yes, next episode is Tsukihi's arc, and we're going to learn more about the Tsukihi.
Yeah, Tsukihi best girl. No, Nadeko is best girl, but Tsukihi second best.
Well, Kiwi's just not loyal.
I have 50 favorite characters.
Alright, guys. Well, we'll see how that ends up. Because if you guys... Actually, I'm not gonna say anything. Anyways, let's just hop into the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you later.
Bye.